Thank you. We welcome you to Charlotte, one of the great sports cities in our country, in the Nissan pregame drive. We have an American Conference treat on Halloween and Thursday night college football. The Charlotte 49ers hosted a game on ESPN for the first time in program history. Making the trip is Tulane on a 5-game winning streak, hoping tonight isn't spooky for them and the Green Waves' quest at the American Championship and potentially a bid in the upcoming college football playoffs. Charlotte feeling good about their chances. A big story for them coming in. The student section's been hyped all day, and we look forward to bringing it to you. With that, welcome into the booth. Dan Mullen, Matt Berry, Halloween night. Nothing but a trick or treat from us up here for the next 3.5 hours. This crowd's going to get a treat for Charlotte. They are starting their talented new freshman quarterback, Sean Purdy, and they cannot wait to see this kid. They said he's got the it factor.
Oh, he does. And they've been chanting his name. You've heard Purdy chants all day long, and he's hoping to put a scare in this Tulane defense. And he's going to do that because he has got a big arm that goes with his size and his talent. We saw it. He can throw the ball, they said, almost 70 yards down the field. And if he can come out and manage the game and not just hit the big plays, hit the short plays, it's going to keep this Charlotte team in this game all night long.
Anybody we talked to, both coaching staff said this kid is good. The Tulane coaches said it. The Charlotte coaches love him. Cannot wait to see him play tonight. On the other side of the ball, we know this. Tulane, they run the football. Mekhi Hughes, their star running back. He's 30-something yards away from 1,000 for the season. He was kind enough to wear a mic pregame.
Halloween! Come on, man. You trying to break my fingers, ain't it?
Hey, shout out Mekhi's barber. I heard he's a real cool guy.
Let's get it, baby. Let's get it.
You don't get no better than this, right? Yes, sir. Break it down, 2-1.
Hey, family on 2, family on 2. 1, 2, family.
Let's go, let's go.
And this is the guy, coach, that gets their offense started.
Well, they're a power running football team, and if you're a power running football team, it starts with that running back. We expect him to eclipse the 1,000-yard mark early in this game, and we've talked to their coaches. If they can establish the run, consistently running the football up and down the field, it's going to open up shots in every part of their offense.
John Sumrall, his team, head coach at Tulane, no bones about it. 22-0 when the team outrushes their opponent. That's going to be a big fixture tonight. Cannot wait to watch it. Kickoff from Charlotte coming up next as we now go inside Nissan, premier partner of the Heisman Trophy.
It's how you can change it. How you can reinvent yourself. Take on new challenges. So go ahead, reimagine yourself. We did. Introducing the all-new, reimagined Nissan Kicks.
I gotta be careful.
Why are you texting me?
Who even talks anymore?
Oh yeah? Who even parks anymore?
What?
Reverse! Reverse!
He does.
Come on! Boomer! Sooner! Please?
Should we help him?
Nah. Just a little nibble? Come on. Reverse!
Thanks for watching the Nissan pregame drive. Nissan, premier partner of the Heisman Trophy.
Getting close to kickoff here in Charlotte. Some American Conference football on a Thursday night as you're watching ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by Twisted Seas. So Tulane won the toss as you watch the American Conference on ESPN. They have deferred. Charlotte and their young starting quarterback, Sean Purdy, will hit the field first. Boy, these stands going to be fun to watch tonight. Ethan Head's going to be kicking it off. Henry Rutledge deep to receive for the Niners. Rutledge in the end zone for a touchback as we check in with Harry Lyles.
Matt, both coaching staffs told us there is tons of talent on the Charlotte team, but Charlotte is excited tonight that it starts at the hands of Deshaun Purdy. When we spoke with head coach Biff Poggi, he told us that while there's a lot of upside there, they are more excited how much he has resonated with this football team. And when we spoke with Deshaun, he was extremely confident for such a young man. He was excited for the opportunity that comes tonight in playing against the team that has been the standard of the American Athletic Conference. We will see what he does with that opportunity coming up here.
Harry, thank you. Purdy led him back from a 21-7 rally a week ago. That's what earned him the start. First play from scrimmage, run on the ground. That's Cartavius Norton and a gain of 1. Tackle on the play by Patrick Jenkins.
And they're going to want to let Purdy really get into the flow of this game. Get him some confidence early. You see that easy little run play handed off. And I wouldn't be surprised, Matt, to see a shot early just so he can let that arm rip all the way down the field.
One of the guys they like going deep to, Omega Blake, one of the best receivers in the conference. He's their big play guy, 4 scores of over 20 yards. Purdy, quick, that's a high percentage throw, and a good play, good enough for a first down. That is Sean Brown for 9, tackled by Micah Robinson.
And Sean Brown, their leading receiver this year. Steady hands, just a simple little hitch route on the outside. Get your young quarterback into a flow, a little easy throw, not a complicated read. Get his confidence up, because confidence in young players can carry you a long way.
There it is, a run again on first down. That's a good little gain there. Norton, the ball carrier, tackled by Tyler Grubbs as we now take a look at our impact players built by the Home Depot.
And Matt, you mentioned Omega Blake. He has 23 yards per catch. He is their deep threat. He is a speedster for Charlotte, and he can extend the field and get down the field in a hurry. Now, receiver on the other side, Keith Brown. The coaches said the offense goes to him. He's not their leading receiver or anything, but he really builds the confidence of everything, and everybody feeds off of Keith Brown.
So gain of 4, 2nd and 6. Purdy, time, over the middle, tipped and incomplete. That was Grubbs. And a good job by the Green Wave defense, who you need to be careful with, as they lead the country in defensive TDs with 5. They are all over the field.
Well, and the good sign is great protection for Purdy early. Those are the ones as a young quarterback, he's got to be careful. You have a very ball-hawking defense with Tulane, their secondary with interceptions. Throwing that ball late over the middle, he's going to have to be careful with that.
So first 3rd down look for Purdy. Over the middle, incomplete. It was a bit high for Isaiah Myers. Micah Robinson on the coverage and the deflection. And the Green Wave get the first punt of the night.
Yeah, just a little behind him on that throw, Matt, on the slant. And as you see him holding the eyes in the middle, and just a fraction behind the receiver on that slant. You want to get that out in front. I'm okay. The eye-level throw on the slant's fine. You just want to get that ball a little more out in front.
So Dante Fleming back to receive the punt. Situated inside his 10. Fair catches inside the 10. Punt's going to land him at the 8. Bronson Long's punt. Yeah, 53 yards from Bronson Long. And that's where we bring out Tulane's offense, led by their quarterback, Darian Menso. Won a 3-man quarterback battle in camp. Beat out Ty Thompson and Kai Horton. And he's run this offense, coach, at a pretty good clip as there's a flag on the play after the punt.
During the kick, personal foul, face mask, receiving team number 19. Penalized half the distance to the goal from the end of the kick. First down, Tulane.
So Steven Anderson, our referee tonight. By the way, our ref would beat up your ref.
He was looking pretty good out there. but as you said, Ty Thompson, this was a tight quarterback battle.
Yeah.
And, you know, when they got together, John Charles said, hey, who's the guy? And every coach said, it's Mensa. And there are some talented players doing some great things at practice. As you mentioned, Ty Thompson, the highly recruited player. And he said, if he's the guy that's giving us the best chance to win, he's our guy. Let's roll with him and go.
And we know their guy, Mekhi Hughes, situated in the end zone. Probably not too much drama what they'll do here. First down after the penalty deep, and that's Mackay on first down. And a good job by the Niners, minimal gain.
And that's the thing. That's what you want to do right now. If you're going to stop Tulane, you want to start by stopping the run and stopping Mackay Hughes. And I think you're going to see Charlotte load that box up and try it to take away that inside run game with Mackay Hughes.
Coming off a career high, 30 carries, 195 yards. 2nd and 8. And it'll be a little bit longer now for Tulane.
Illegal snap. Offense, number 64. Penalized half the distance to the goal. 2nd down.
John Sumrall, first year, taking over for Willie Fritz, who built this program into a conference championship winning program. John Sumrall comes in from Troy, and they are in good hands with Sumrall as their head coach.
Well, he was very successful at Troy, and it's not always easy taking over a successful program, getting them to buy into what you want to do. And he said, hey, we took what they were doing well. I met with every player, found the things they liked, and then incorporated it into his program and his system.
Talked about a guy like Mackay Hughes with the ball, and a good job again by the Niners defense. Charlie Jackson, guys like Mackay Hughes and a Josh Remitich, opportunities to go other places. Coach enter the portal with the coaching change. He came in, they kept the locker room together, and Sumrall was able to keep a lot of the players that built this thing.
And that's just critical of doing that. And Mackay Hughes is a guy, and you want your leaders, your best players as leaders coming in and saying, let's buy in. This guy's a winner. We're going to buy into what he does. This is a big 3rd down back early in the game with your back to the wall. This is where you have to be careful not to make a mistake.
And that's why you just get some space nearly to the first down marker was Hughes on 3rd down. And how about it? 3rd and long, gets enough for the first down, coach. That's the blessing of having a running back with his ability.
Absolutely, and we talk about it. You don't want to take a chance when you got a great back, the patience. He understands the situation, lowers his pad, and he's able to run for the first down, move the chains in a back-to-the-wall situation in a low-risk play.
Stone Handy brings down Hughes there after the 3-yard gain. They're going to give officially 4. 12 games with 100 rushing yards in his career. We talked about it tonight coming in. Should eclipse the 1,000-yard mark for the season tonight, barring any unforeseen thing with how good he is.
He's going to get the opportunities, that's for sure. There's not going to be for a lack of carries that he's going to get during this game.
So we've yet to see a throw from Mensah on the offense. Hughes again for 4, and why would you when you get 3rd and short? When you give it to Hughes, you got an injured player down for Charlotte. That's Charlie Jackson.
Defensive player.
Well, Matt, when you talk to the coaching staff, John Sumrall and their staff, they talk about they're going to be a 2 tight end power running team that starts with physicality at the line of scrimmage, running the football, and everything comes off of that as an offense. And it's a little old school. You don't see it as much in college football these days. You see all the spread and the points, but they're that style of football team.
You see Jackson down there on the field, transfer in from Gardner-Webb. All right, so we'll step aside where they look at Jackson. Tulane's ball, 3rd and 3 when we return. You know, that is trick or treat on Halloween tonight. In a group of 5, we know one of them is getting to the playoff, the highest ranked group of 5 conference champion. So coming into the week, or going into week 9, Boise State at 46%, followed by Army. Coming into week 10, you see Tulane jump up a bit to 10%, and Army still right now 22, and Ashton Genty and Boise State barring an upset.
Someone's going to get that good candy, Matt, and some other people are going to get some tricks.
What's the baby's name?
Isn't that,
You missed the quote.
I know. Boy, that's a bad one, too.
I know. So 3rd and 3. Hughes. It looks like he'll be inches short of a first down. And if I've got my Makai, I know where you are on the field, but if I've got Makai Hughes at the running back position, coach. 4th and short, and Summerall's going to punt.
Yeah, it's. You're a power running team, and I know you like that, but you're a defensive team.
That's true.
You're on the road, tough environment. You know you're going to play good defense. They're starting a true freshman quarterback. Don't give him anything easy to get this crowd excited, to give this talented freshman quarterback any sort of momentum. You want to try to make it hard on him.
All right, so it appears we have an official review on that 3rd and 3 play. Our review official tonight, Mark Larson. They're looking the spot of the ball. Remember, the yellow line is unofficial. Oh, wait a second. Matt Austin, our rules official, as he always does on Thursday nights. He is with us as well. Matt, I always put the caveat out there that the yellow line is unofficial because the fans can't see it. It's more of a guidance. Having said that, what do you see here on Hughes? From our eye and our spot, looks like he's got the first down.
Well, you're exactly right, Matt. The line is not official, but in this case, it is right in the right spot. And I agree. After he spins around, looks like he's got the ball in the right hand. It looks like the ball does cross the line to gain. So I would expect them to change this to a first down.
So that makes the John Summerall decision even easier to run out the offense on 1st and 10.
Yeah, very, very much easier right there.
No decision to make.
Yeah. Post-game, he can say, I was going for it 100%. I was going. Yeah. I was going.
Yeah. This guy's explaining to his buddy how he had to call.
After further review, the runner got to the 24-yard line. It'll be first down, Tulane.
2nd straight 3rd down conversion running the football.
6 plays, 6 Makai Hughes runs. Came in needing 61 yards for 1,000 on the season, has 23 already.
First and 10, Tulane from the 24.
Coach, you'd think at this point advantageous, maybe play fake and take a shot. 6 plays in, all Hughes. There's your play fake. Mensah, eyes downfield to the sideline, and it's going to be incomplete.
So you're an offensive-minded coach, Matt. You had that all lined up right there. That was a shot play, a little play action. Went with 3 verticals. Great job seeing that in the quarters coverage of sinking back off by the secondary, keeping it in front of them. And from Mensah, not making a mistake. Hey, he's rolled out, kind of threw it where it was our guy or nobody. We'll play 2nd and 10's a good down. You have that offensive coordinator mentality, Matt. You were ready for the shot.
Coach, I'm coming with you. I'm calling ball plays.
To Coastal Carolina next week.
Next week. Can't wait to see our friends at Coastal. 2nd and 10 now. And a good job by the Niners. That was Hughes for 2.
I will say this, though. That stat, if you ever want to find one, shot play incomplete on 1st down, run on 2nd down is one of the most it's one of the most predictable ones that as a coach, your stat guy, we talk about guy in the book, like remember, you always run it after an incomplete shot on 1st down. Throw it again.
Don't need the analytics book guy for that one. So 3rd and 8. Mensah pressured. Over the middle, that is caught by Mario Williams, and that was good quarterbacking by Mensah. He was patient, waited his time, and the USC transfer over the middle in a big gain of 23.
Absolutely. It's a great job by Mensah. The patience, letting the play develop. Watch sliding in the pocket, but not scrambling. Slides and then steps up in the pocket. Finds Mario Williams, their slot receiver, coming across the middle late, and nice touch over the top of the backers to drop it in.
9th play of the drive. Arnold Barnes, the 3rd, giving Makai a break. First appearance for him in a gain of 2. We talked about it throughout the broadcast and leading up to it. Tulane comes in with weapons. Mario Williams, a big recruit, transferring in from USC. Dante Fleming, Keith Brown. transferring from Texas A&M. There's a lot of skill on this side of the ball, not just the running back.
Absolutely. Tight end Alex Bowman. They have guys that can make plays, and Mensah's a guy that does a good job distributing the ball and managing the offense.
In Charlotte territory. And that's another good run by Barnes.
But this is what John Summerall, when you talk to their staff, they want to do. If they want to establish the ground game and impose their will up front physically on a team, they're not going to be afraid to throw it, take shots with the talented players. But if they can control the line of scrimmage, they feel they can control the game.
Mensah checking the play at the line. Left. And again, a third down conversion. That to Keith Brown. And a good job getting Mensah out of the pocket, rolling him left, and a gain of 6, forced out by Jaquarius Conley.
Yeah, nice little easy roll, little sprint left option. See a lot of people run it to the right, but a little quick out by Keith Brown. Get the first down, move the pocket, make the throw an easier throw for Mensah. And again, the drive continues.
And Conley's a player they just got back, third game of the season, was ineligible, and he's a transfer in from North Carolina. He makes this defense much better. Sure, we'll call his name a number of times tonight. Mensah, pressured, sacked. And that's Mordecai McDaniel, the transfer from Florida, and a loss of 5.
And Mordecai led them in tackles last week. Transfer from Florida. You see the blitz coming. Really good job in the back. They pick it up early, but there was a little bit of confusion with Mensah right before the snap. I think they wanted to try to take a shot across midfield. Good pickup. Mensah a little bit confused with where the protection was going, and Mordecai McDaniel, a great athlete, highly recruited player, went to Florida, transferred, makes the play.
Quick shot out of the backfield. Hughes is back after a brief breather. Reed Williford, the team's leading tackler. And they get back that sack yardage, bringing up 3rd and long.
And if you're John Summerall, Matt, we always talk about it right here. You don't need the bulk to me. This play is going to determine what they do on the next one. They're looking, you don't have to get all 10 yards here. They're in Mensah's ear saying, hey, manage the situation. You have 2 downs to get the first down.
Tripped at the bottom of your screen. Mensah slant over the middle. That's Brown. And there you talked about it, Coach. You eat enough of that yardage on 3rd and 10. Williford on the tackle. Now you've got a manageable 4th and 4.
And you don't see the hesitation in it. You know, they're already on to the next play call, and you're sitting there, you're trying to get it into a 4th down and 4 situation, which opens the entire playbook, especially when you have a Mekhi Hughes. You got to stop the run, the quick pass game, and don't be careful. They can still take a shot with these receivers up over the top.
16th play of the drive. Mensah, pocket clean, over the middle, Williams. Mario Williams has been big on this drive, converted on a 3rd and long for 23, this time on 4th down and a gain of 21, brought down by Balfour and Conley.
And if they set this up with the motion, and you're going to see him come across the field, a little pick route that it looked like Bowman right there, kind of setting the pick over the ball. Maybe a pick route got away with what we call a spot route. He just was running this spot, but cleared the defender out. Really good job by Mario Williams coming underneath it, and Mensah the patience to wait for him and put it on the money.
92% in the red zone this year, 27 touchdowns, and a flag down pre-snap.
Illegal snap. Offense number 64. 5-yard penalty. First down.
That's Vincent Murphy.
That's the second one.
Yeah, second illegal snap.
These are one that gets you, though, as a coach right now. You'll see John Summerall, right? You get down in the red zone and all of a sudden get behind the chains on the first play, and it gets that blood pressure going. He's doing a nice job, look, keeping that calm face right now, but
I mean, right now he's 17th play of the drive, almost 10 minutes. Shoddy Clayton Johnson in the backfield, fake the end around, meant it to the end zone, incomplete. Intended for the tight end, Alex Bowman. And Cam Burton on the coverage, but the play call was on, Coach.
And you're looking, they're trying to get the back first on a wheel route down the sideline. And then Alex Bowman on the wide delay. Great discipline by Charlotte. And you see the receiver over to the far side wide open, but the play's not designed. It's a throwback to the other end, and on the backside where they were going to throw the ball, great coverage by Charlotte to match that play call.
To the overthrow to Bauman, designed run here, Mensa. Check that Ty Thompson. The Ty Thompson package is something Tulane will run. The highly recruited 5-star player out of Gilbert, Arizona, initially recruited to Oregon. He's a player that a lot of folks thought would come in and win the starting quarterback job. If the coaches tell us he's buying into his role, they got a package for him. He's an athletic kid.
Well, and you see his size and athleticism coming in. I always like doing that. People are like, boy, you're playing more than one quarterback. Keeps him in the flow of the game, keeps him going, keeps him interested, and you're utilizing his skill set on what he does really well.
So Mekhi Hughes there down at the bottom of your screen, down in the backfield. Empty backfield, 3rd and 12. He'll motion back in. 19th play of the drive to the end zone, nearly picked off. And that was Mordecai McDaniel, who had the sack earlier in the possession, and the pass breakup forced the field goal attempts for Tulane on 19 plays.
And we saw Mensa do a great job, step up before and come back to a slot receiver. Really good discipline. Mordecai McDaniel stays there in a zone right in the goal line, reads the quarterback's eyes, breaks on the ball, almost comes up with the interception.
34-yard attempt for Jacob Barnes. Left-footed kicker on the way, and Tulane strikes first. And your first Did You Know of the night, Jacob Barnes, certified pilot. Can you say that about your kicker? You can't.
He had good flight on that ball, though, Matt. Happy Halloween, everyone.
Hey-o, pumpkins and more.
ESPN's Thursday Night College Football is presented by the refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Please drink responsibly. And in part by Royal Caribbean. Come see.
My guy Beetlejuice to the left wins that one. That's all of our crew.
I like you. I love the Johnny look you had going right there.
Our crew, man, we're with them for 3 months. It is a family out here on the road, showing us all of our family, our Halloween costumes. Mullen gets into it.
We did back in the day. We used to. Megan made all those costumes right there. We would go hardcore
Ricky
every
Bobby.
year. Every year. Some good ones out in the
mask. It's gonna be fun, isn't it? This is gonna be a fun night. Here's our ABC College Football Saturday triple header. 5th ranked Miami 8-0, hosting 6-2 Duke, noon Eastern. The number 10's Manny Diaz revenge game, by the way. It's the greatest gathering of individuals who are outside, maybe having a drink or two. Florida and Georgia. You can't call it what you used to call it.
No, it's
and then Texas A&M at South Carolina with a letdown effect. That's Texas A&M big win against LSU. They'll go to the Barnyard to take on the Gamecocks.
It'll be rocking for a night game in Columbia. You know that.
Shane Beamer's going to have that one going. So second possession for the true freshman. You can see the whip on the ball that Purdy has, and that'll be a first down. Charlotte, good play to open the drive for them. That's number 9, Omega Blake. Speaking of South Carolina, from nearby Rock Hill, a lot of talent comes out of Rock Hill, transferred in from the Gamecocks, and that's a gain of 12.
Yeah, and he's a burner. They give him some space, does a nice job around the hitch, turning upfield, getting yards after catch. And I like the call. After a long drive sometimes offensively, especially young players feel like we need to press and make something happen. Manage the offense, take what they give you. I like that as an opening call.
Mike Miller, the offensive coordinator. Fake pitch. Purdy, time, over the middle, wide open player. And how about the zip on the ball from the youngster to Omega Blake? 24.
Great play action to get the backers and safeties to suck up. You see them step up And he can put that ball on a line. There was no air on that one. Watch this one coming at you. That's a fastball coming at you right down the middle.
I tell you what, that throw was Purdy.
Yeah.
There's your treat.
There you go.
That's
your treat for Matt.
Under a minute, first down. Norton pops one. He's the big running back. He's the power back, transferred in from Iowa State. That's 9. Jack Chenchu, true freshman, transferred from Troy, brings him down, and now the Niners are humming.
Another good drive. I love it. I mean, you're seeing some different football here. I mean, we're in huddles, 20-play drives that take up time off the clock. Little throwback we don't see with the shotgun spread all the time.
Another Halloween treat. Pre-snap penalty, 10 seconds left, first quarter clock.
Nope.
Encroachment. Offense, number 86, lined up over the ball. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Now give the people while you're grunting and you've got your hands over your face.
I mean, just you have a great drive going and self-inflicted things. I mean, it just... It gets me out of my mind sitting up here. Like, I mean, you know.
If we had a camera on Mullen, it was like he was coaching on the... He is furious at that right now because a coach at heart.
The end of the first quarter.
So that is the end of the first quarter. Biff Poggi and his crew on the move, down 3-0 here in Charlotte.
Coach, you stopped them on a 20-play drive, held them to a field goal. You've got some momentum here on offense. What do you want to see from your team to finish off this first half?
I'd like to see us put the ball in the end zone right now. That illegal procedure really hurts us. But I'm feeling good about how the football team's playing. We're stopping the run. We're playing really physical football, and I like what we're doing.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, Biff Poggi, head coach Charlotte. First-year sack. Purdy, Dixon a goo. A player they said his ceiling is unmatched. Just saw it there in a loss of 5. Purdy didn't even see him.
And you heard the frustration on the false start. Sometimes it kills momentum. You go from 2nd and 2 to 2nd and long. And you're going to see the blitz coming off the backside on an RPO. Purdy doesn't see it, holds the ball. When you're running an RPO, you got to understand, you got to get that ball out of your hands. If it's not there, throw it away.
3rd and 12. Green Wave showing pressure. They bring it. Purdy looking left. High throw incomplete. Intended for Blake. And what do you do here? 4th and 12. Looks like they're going to run the punting unit out.
Yeah, try to pin him deep. They played solid defense effort. I know gave up the long drive.
But only let up 3.
But only let up 3 points. Try to pin him in. You have a good drive. You don't need to flip momentum here.
Oh, Freddie Freeman and Aaron Judge.
One having a better night than the other right there, Matt.
Wonder if 99 got a hit. Actually had a home run last night. That's unfair. Michael O'Shaughnessy. Oh, how about that? He takes a Dan Mullen gap wedge inside the 5.
Looked like that because it sliced off to the right pretty hard.
That's true. And you play with pinnacles. 3-0 Tulane. From John Sumrall, 23-4 at Troy. He inherits a program. Back-to-back 11-win seasons, 2022, 2023. The big moment, the Cotton Bowl, they defeated Caleb Williams in USC 46-45 in a shootout. It was a heck of a football game. Then Willie Fritz takes over at Houston. He was at Tulane for 8 seasons. And now Sumrall comes in 6-2, 4-0 this season, 5-game winning streak. 14 consecutive game winning streak in the American. That is the longest conference winning streak in the country. As for the 2nd consecutive possession, Tulane starts at the 4-yard line, and that's Hughes for 2.
And this program, John Summerall's done a good job continuing the winning, continuing that tradition. He won 2 Sun Belt conferences, 23-4 record during his time at Troy. He is an up-and-coming coach that we're going to hear a lot about for a lot of years.
Yeah, it seemed the trajectory for him. The talent he's got here at Tulane, was a Tulane assistant back in the day. He's had some Kentucky, learned under Mark Stoops there at Kentucky. Defensive-minded guy, plays physical football, now 2nd and 8. Again to Hughes. And that's a chunk to get him some yardage and some space. The gain of 6, going to be 3rd and short. But you talk about it, Coach. When you're a new coach, going to a program that's been successful, again, it's about buy-in early. He has that.
Absolutely. And in today's world, there's a lot more guys with the new teams with transfer portal, but these guys that were there, some talented players, stayed and bought in.
3rd and 1, Ty Thompson off the left side. Thompson's going to be marked short. Tried to bounce it outside to get some space, and that was Williford. All right, so maybe our angle was just bad up here, but
they brought him in. It looked like he was a little short, but see it right there. He looks like he got enough for the first, which is that Ty Thompson package. When you bring the quarterback in, you add an extra blocker, with the tailback being the lead blocker in the scheme, and Ty Thompson's able to get the first down and move the chains.
So flag on the play.
Play game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. It's 1st down.
So after converting the first down, that was a quick 25 seconds on the play clock. Delay game now. Summerall wanted them, said it wasn't reset. So 1st and 15. Hughes again. Bounces outside in what looks like not much. Great individual effort there out of Hughes. Missed tackle by Mordecai McDaniel and a gain of 10.
And this is what makes him a great runner. Sets it up inside, but he has the speed and the power to burst outside, tiptoe the sideline, and you see the patience this Tulane offense has to stick with the running game. They're going to stick with their plan and do what they do.
You see the weapons they have outside at receiver, and they tell you they're still going to run the football. So far tonight, Mackay 11 carries. Make it 12. And a gain of 4.
And able to run the ball from after the first down penalty. 2 runs, you get it back to a 3rd and short, and this is where you've been successful. When you're a team that's a power running team, you love to get yourself into 3rd down and short situations.
But you have to admire, too, with the weapons I talked about, Bauman, Dante Fleming, Mario Williams, Keith Brown, the fact that they are steadfast in who they are, with all that eye candy outside. 3rd and short. Play clock at 5. We'll see where they spot him this time. It was Hughes again. Brought down by Cam Burden. Okay, that time he's short. I called him short last time.
And he was right there.
That time he's short.
Great job. You see, on that angle, you can see the defensive line at Charlotte move the line of scrimmage. Who's going to control and move the line of scrimmage? They displaced the Tulane offense backwards, created movement across the front, able to get the stop and force a punt.
They say they were going to have to hustle. Punt team didn't run on until about under 14 seconds.
Charge timeout. Tulane.
So Tulane's going to use their
that means
first
he was thinking about it for a second. He thought about it a little bit too long of wanting to go for it there.
Mackay's averaging just under 4 yards tonight per carry. I mean, would you blame him?
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, you're running the ball effectively.
Timeout, 30-second timeout.
And you sit there and say, okay, we're running the ball effectively. But I like the decision. You played good defense. You're up 3-0. You're a team that is a power running team built on toughness and defense. It's okay to punt and play field position. and not give, again, the young quarterback a short field and potentially hand him the ball already in the red zone.
To your part about the Tulane defense, they're in the top 5 just about every statistical category in the American. Young quarterback. It appears it's going to be a field position game, at least early. We should have had you dress like an analytics book for Halloween.
Well, I like that. I like
we'd put on the cover of the
scary
book, it would just say no.
No. Well, I mean, yeah, because analytics right here is telling you, maybe you really should go for it right here. You say that's against everything we believe as a program and what we're built on.
So Will Carroll to punt to Henry Rutledge.
Rutledge is a dynamic return specialist.
See if he gets an opportunity here. He's going to yell Peter, get everybody out of the way.
They don't give him the chance.
The ball bounces out. It's around the 39-yard line. Now, the costumes are going to be good and fun tonight. Who doesn't love Halloween? 36-yard punt, Spidey. ESPN College Football Prime Time, presented by Twisted Tea. Got a good one on our hands. 9:47 left in the second quarter. Tulane up 3-0. Come in with a 5-game winning streak. Is their second-year head coach Biff Poggi, probably the most interesting man in all of college football. Troubled childhood, what he's not afraid to admit. Had fun startup. 24 years as a high school coach in Baltimore. And now the head coach at Charlotte, and his running back makes a big one. Hassan Wilson, the first appearance in the game. Big Price said, give my guy 38, who they believe is a wild banshee the ball, and get him 27.
Well, you saw the burst and the athleticism he has right there. They love him. They say, you know what, we handed the ball. Sometimes it makes the right read, sometimes wrong read. You're like, no, 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 yeah, go, go, go. And that was a go, go, go right down the field. Explosive run, great cut all the way, bringing that backside. Gets him right back on the go offensively.
Just 8 yards rushing prior to that big one. So now Purdy feels good. He's going to take a shot to the end zone. Flag on the play. The crowd saw it. Intended for Omega Blake. Micah Robinson on the coverage. Crowd wanted a holding on defense. And another flag down. And that could be interesting because Mackay, or check that, Omega Blake, was John with the defender on the way back to the huddle.
A lot to sort out here. Interesting there. Let's see what they got.
There are 2 fouls on the play, 1 on each team. Pass interference. Defense number 6, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense number 9, his first to count towards ejection. 15-yard penalty, 1st and 10 Charlotte.
All right, so
it looked like they were yapping back and forth. You don't know what they said, but they'll start it all over right there. But that's not a penalty you want to see. You have the great play downfield. You're getting the pass interference call. Your team's going to be in the red zone. Run back to the huddle and play the next play.
You know what happened there then? 0 net anything.
Yeah.
15 to 15.
Just a do-over.
He's got a 1st and 10. Wilson still in the backfield. And a gain of 3. You want to, that is not the real play sheet. But let's make sure we keep an eye on that just in case.
Yep. Everyone thinks that's what coaching is. It's really, hey, just run the ball, take a run and throw it. Pretty simple stuff, Matt.
And they misspelled Purdy. $1. That's $1.
That is $1.
You misspelled your quarterback's name. 2nd and 7. That's Purdy. Overthrows his receiver. No penalty. Down to Harry.
Matt, when Deshaun Purdy came over to the sideline after their last offensive possession, he had put the headset on, and then Biff Poggi walked over, put his arm around him, and said, hey, take the headset off. He took the headset off, and Biff said to him, you've got to have a feel for the game. He told him some things he felt like he could have done better, but you saw that care that Biff talks about when he was talking to Deshaun over here on the sideline.
Yeah, we kind of got away from the Biff Poggi story and how incredible it is because of the big play, but he's really somebody who comes in. He told us his job, yeah, wins and losses, but the way he looks at it, he's trying to mentor young men because of a coach that did that in his life. 3rd and 7, Purdy shot over the middle. It's caught. And that, again, we were talking about decision, the field goal line caught by Sean Brown.
Doesn't look like there's any hesitation. They're going to go here.
The big back, Cartavius Norton, comes on the field.
Good job getting the ball out quick on the slant. They saw the pressure. They're trying to bring some pressure. You want to mix up the looks when you're playing a young quarterback. Get him uncomfortable, get him unsettled early, and they're trying to do that.
So 4th and 2. Low snap. Purdy has to just throw it away. And did the snap get that play off schedule to give the defense time?
Well, I think if you watch, when you watch the whole play, they checked out of it. They were in a max blitz early. You saw them check out when they came out into an empty formation. But they're going back to low snap really throws the young quarterback off. You see him, he can't get the read in time. Nothing there, throws the ball away. Tulane, 1st and 10.
First year 12-team college football playoff, highest ranked group of 5 conference champion gets in. Here's what it would have looked like over the last 6 years. UCF, American. Memphis, American. Cincinnati, American. Cincinnati did get there for the American. Tulane. So 5 of the last 6 years, it's been an American Conference team. It's almost time for the first college football playoff rankings release. Tuesday, November 5th, ESPN College Football Playoff Top 25 show presented by Allstate as we get ready for the release. Let's see what the Allstate Playoff Predictor shows us after this play as Mensa quickly outside to Reggie Brown. You're talking about the Allstate Playoff Predictor. And an injured player there down on the sidelines.
Officials timeout. Injured
It's
player
Reggie
on the
Brown who
offense.
caught the pass. And fans, don't forget to go to ESPN.com/Allstate Playoff Predictor to check out your team's chances to make the college football playoff.
Charlotte's got to be happy with how they're playing defense tonight, Matt, against a very good Tulane offense. And I know they're willing to be patient, run the football, and take their time. But this Charlotte defense has shown up to slow down this running game of Tulane.
And there's Hughes again, and you talked about slowing down the running game and a gain of 1. So now 3rd down, and you look, this is an offense that can score a lot of points. They got in a shootout last week with North Texas. And Charlotte, to this point, quarter and a half, has done a really, really good job.
And this is, now they've gotten a little bit further behind the chains to see what Mensa, I know they ran for the long with it, but put the pressure on Mensa to have to beat you with his arm. I know he's got talented receivers. Let's see if they can do that.
Pressure. Mensa across the middle and again converting. That is Keith Brown, and that is heads-up quarterback play for a gain of 13.
And Mensa's done a great job of that when he's had to leave the pocket and scramble, keeping his eyes downfield, knowing where players are going to be. Knows Keith Brown is running an over route, sticks with it. That's the heads-up play that got him the starting job. That knowledge of not scrambling looking for someone, scrambling knowing where your players are going to be when you are extending plays, and he does a great job keeping the drive alive.
Quick shot, left side, one-on-one. Dante Fleming, big play receiver. Elijah Culp covered him up. Check that, that's McDaniel in the gain of 16, another first down.
Well, talk about what makes this. You've talked about how explosive these guys are, and they're patient with the run. But when that happens, when you're able to run the ball, you're going to create one-on-one matchups for these explosive receivers on the outside, and you just saw it there.
So Green Wave on the move, back to the bread and butter, and you see what that does to the middle of the field after a couple of passes and a gain of 9. And an injured Tulane player, as Hughes now just 1 yard away from 1,000 on the season. That's Josh Remetich, one of the leaders of this team from New Orleans.
The senior stuck with the program with a new staff coming in. One of those guys that helped keep it all together.
So they'll take a look at Remetich. We'll step aside. Tulane on the move.
There's the Taco Bell Live Moss student section. All season long, student sections across the country are competing to be the Taco Bell Live Moss student section of the year. Download the Taco Bell app to learn more. And Halloween weekend, Matt, is one of the great weekends for student sections across the country.
I mean, this is what Live Moss is all about. I mean, you could really get your Taco Bell Live Moss worth it tonight. Caleb Thomas now in at right guard for Remetich, who is injured. 2nd and 1. Quick shot, Mensa outside. That's Yokeith Brown. And Remetich, one of the leaders of this team, is able to walk off. Keep an eye to see if he comes back into the game. A first down, Green Wave.
Yeah, you watch these teams, they're into their style of play. They're not hurrying, ball control, physical, run the football, put a long drive together. And both teams are comfortable with this style of play.
Play fake Mensa. Down the field, open and dropped. That was Alex Bauman. He had a step on his defender. He's a guy that they told us they try to script plays to get him involved. One of the leaders on this team. He was in the portal, stayed when Sumrall got here. That was a good shot.
And a good shot. They had man coverage. The run game gets it going, and he had a step. I think when Mensa looks at the film, he had Dante Fleming when the safety stepped up, open down the middle on a post route. But that's what running the ball does. It's going to open up play action shots down the field.
Remetich back in the game. Arnold Barnes, the third off the left side, and he's given him some good carries to get Mekhi Hughes a breather, and that's a gain of 6 brought down by Damon Clowney.
Now, was that a run after a shot incomplete on first down?
Run after a shot incomplete. That is correct, yeah.
Just checking.
We're still 99.9%.
My Halloween costume tonight, the statistical analysis book.
And there's a lot of wrong going on in here. Not going to listen to a thing you say. Hughes back in, 3rd and short, 1 yard short of 1,000 yards. How about a 1,000-yard season for Hughes and a first down, Tulane? I mean, you're 9 games into the season to eclipse the 1,000-yard mark. That's impressive.
That's pretty special. I think anytime you have a 1,000-yard season is a pretty major accomplishment. And to do it in consecutive years for Mekhi Hughes, pretty special. He is a very, very talented running back.
He said he's a quiet leader and doesn't talk until he needs to. He's doing the talking with his legs tonight, 10th play of the drive. 1st and 10. Fake the end around. Mensa rolls to his right. Receiver open. That is caught. That's Fleming for 8. And it's been interesting now because both teams have been deep in their opponent's territory. Only a field goal to show for it for Tulane. Charlotte's kind of stepped on themselves, but Tulane another long, impressive drive.
Well, and that's where they haven't made the mistake. And Menza has done a great job of making the plays he needs to make. When I talk about game management in a game as a quarterback, when your number's called, you need to make those plays, get you into the right play, and make the throws to convert first downs.
Nearing the 2-minute timeout. Hughes, stutter steps. Hughes driving. And short of the goal line. And that'll be the final play before the 2-minute timeout.
So this power run is what wears you down as a defense. And this Charlotte defense is held up, but you can see they're starting to get wear down by that power running of Mekhi Hughes.
The man, the myth, the Mahenti. The Zubik's Cube. Coming up at the half. Zubin, thank you, first and goal. Dropped snap by Mensa, and he is lucky he recovered that because there was a Charlotte defender ready to scoop it up.
Ball is fumbled on the snap.
I mean, 88 was right there with the ball.
Charge timeout, Charlotte. It'll be 30 seconds.
Great job falling on it right there. I always blame that on the quarterback. As a former quarterback, the snap is your responsibility. Even if it's not, you take it, say, that's on me. But that's the first mistake we've seen Mensa and this Tulane offense really make tonight.
There's Katron Evans, he was there, but yeah, Mensa fortunate that they do all that work. 12 plays, 74 yards in 5:40. The second and goal. I would just like to share with you that the commercial break video we see with the costumes around this place, Charlotte brought their A costume game tonight to Jerry Richardson Stadium.
The student body showed out. They showed out for Sports Center this afternoon. Yep. It was a wild scene on campus. This stadium right here in the middle of campus, the student body, they're into it. They're having a great time, and they've embraced the Halloween festivities.
The two-back set, Hughes, Barnes the third, second and goal. Cut outside, short. That was Dante Balfour.
Second charge timeout, Charlotte. 30
and
seconds.
a timeout, Charlotte.
Please reset the game clock.
Trying to preserve some time for getting the ball back to put a drive together.
I mean, how about
but this Charlotte defense has come out, and they've been physical. They've matched the physicality all night long.
Yeah, speaking of us, we just talked about SportsCenter a moment ago, and our thanks to Charlotte for showing. I mean, they were there early. I mean, this is the biggest crowd we've had in the month that we've been doing it.
It was a lot of fun. I mean, Coach Poggi was out there. Look, there's his twin brother.
Or son. The costume.
I'll tell you what. Now.
You've been talking about this for 4 hours.
Oh yeah, I went full Biff Poggi. Look at that. Right there. We snacked it all in. Great, unbelievable food again today. I mean, you bring the listen. A guy like Biff Poggi is going to know where to get good Italian food. If you want to know where to get it, that's the type of guy you go ask.
Ted Lasso also does. So third and goal, two-back set. Right up the middle, touchdown Tulane. That was Mekhi Hughes. Cap it off a 14-play, 76-yard drive. And we've seen that out of the Green Wave tonight. Big, long drives. This one results in a touchdown.
And again, it's physicality. Get it to third down and goal and third and short and play the physical game.
The field goal drive was 20 plays. This one was 14. Jacob Barnes on for the extra point. The transfer from Louisiana Tech, left-footed kicker rather. I mean, I guess he still is left-handed if he kicks.
He could be.
But I mean,
Extra point.
but what a power drive by the Green Wave.
Absolutely, and you have a power drive. What do? You get into two tights, old I formation, goal line offense, little G scheme, guard pulls to lead out in front, fullback leading the way, and you give it to your 1,000-yard rushing tailback to finish the drive in on another third down and short conversion. This is what we expected to see from this offense. They said, if we're going to be successful, we're going to run the football. It starts with that. You see it, a 20-yard drive and a 14-yard drive for points, and grinding it out on the ground. And Menza making the throws he needs to make on third downs to keep drives alive. It's been an impressive first half with this Tulane offense. Not explosive, but impressive.
Again, Tulane 22-0. Rather, John Sumrall's team's 22-0 and out rushing their opponent. You look at the time of possession. You look at the physicality up front. Now with the one timeout, 1:45, Henry Rutledge going to return the kick. Springs past the 25. Rutledge to the 30. Flag down.
Mike's add some more on this for the young quarterback.
Personal foul. Face mask. Kicking team, number 36. 15-yard penalty. Added to the end.
That's big. That's Mandel Eugene called for the face mask.
Yeah, they both got a little bit of each other, but it goes against the defensive player, and this is great field position for Purdy on the 2 minutes drive to try to get points here before the end of the half.
All right, so minute 37 left. True freshman quarterback, one timeout. Self-inflicted wounds the first 2 times they got down into Tulane territory. 1st and 10, start with the run. Good run outside. Wilson's had a nice night. Sprung one earlier and a good job to get out of bounds. Maintain some clock. Caleb Ransall runs him out after 11.
I think the first play, if you get that, you go with the run, say, why are you running? You want that first play to get into the flow of 2 minutes. And you have an explosive player like Wilson. He's able to burst it, and now you have a little bit of momentum going on the drive.
And again, it's about confidence-building plays for the young quarterback.
Absolutely. Watch, put all 3 receivers into the short side of the field. Let's see if they have a little trick play designed here.
The motion out, it's another run. Taking advantage and a gash outside. How about this? Hassan Wilson, the former walk-on, now on scholarship. And there's a flag at the end. That's going to be Chenchu after 26. And now the Niners are in business.
Well, as you see, the trick play, putting the ball in.
Defense, number 29. Penalized half of this to the goal from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
And how about the block by Dwayne Thomas to spring Wilson loose?
That was great. We said we put all 3 receivers into the boundary. When that happens, all the defense and the coverage rolls into the boundary. And when Wilson pops and breaks outside, there's nobody left in the secondary to that wide side of the field. He's able to use his speed to get all the way down to the edge.
4 carries, 66 yards. That was Norton trying to dance his way to the left side. Plenty of time, Coach. How are you calling it now?
Well, now you're in the red zone. You're saying, hey, it's 1st and goal. We have time to get all 4 plays to possibly make a decision on 4th down with the field goal. So you don't have to hurry. Great job. You run a 2-minute drill. You have a young quarterback. What do? Let's scheme up some formations to be able to run the ball, take the pressure off of him. Now let's see, let him manage just the last 4 plays of the half inside the 10-yard line.
So clock under a minute, 50 seconds there. That's Norton. Norton going to go right up the gut. He's the power runner, and Norton still on his feet. How about the effort by Cartavius Norton? Grubbs was there, and a gain of 7. Clock continues to run.
Well, he let the leg drive go, and then the whole O-line got involved, got in there, and it was a mosh, and a little rugby scrum driving him into the end zone. They get right on the ball fast.
Going quick, muff snap, and John Sumrall got the timeout he probably regrets. He ran all the way down to the official, called the timeout.
Prior to the ball being snapped, second charge timeout, Tulane.
Sometimes you outthink yourself as a coach. You get the ball down all the way to the one. We've been huddling, managing the system. We have a young quarterback. We sprint up the ball, try to snap it fast. Bad snap.
And you just read John Summerall's lips. He lifted his mic, looked at his players, he said, that's my fault.
Yeah. But you know what he wants to is try to get the stop right here, and maybe they didn't have the personnel. He wants to get the personnel, everything lined up the right way for the play.
Yeah.
But Charlotte potentially outthinking themselves, doing something, putting the young quarterback in a situation you're not ready for. And you see Summerall sprinting down, and you know the official on the side's always looking for that coach to make run down the field.
And you see him drop his head. Look, that's one of those where you're right. From your coaching perspective,
both guys are outthinking themselves sometimes.
Right, you can justify it, but Summerall's like, look, man, both sides know why they did it. But now 3rd and goal, and the clock goes back to 18 seconds left, and now Charlotte still preserves their one timeout here,
which allows them to run any play they want. They can run or throw. Because they have that timeout, if they don't get in, they can stop the clock and make a decision on 4th down.
Please reset to 1-9,
if they
19 seconds on the game clock.
Burn the timeout, they'd have to throw the ball here.
So Norton's the back. And that is a killer.
Well, they're having some discussion here.
Yes,
any chance the defense did something to simulate a snap or draw them off sides?
False start.
Nope.
Offense number 66. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
I mean,
that's the 3rd time tonight they've been in scoring range, and a self-inflicted silly penalty knocks you out. And you can see why there was that discussion with the stem of the defense trying to simulate the snap, but you didn't see hands go up. They just shifted down into gaps, but the flinch by the guard changes everything about this drive and this play call.
Charlotte's going to look back what could have been in this first half, but still an opportunity here to get points. Low snap. Purdy forced out of the pocket, goes down. Now they'll have to use that final timeout.
And Coach Poggi will let the clock run down. They're going to kick the field goal, let the clock run down, and make the field goal the last play of the first half.
There's Aiden Huntington.
But again, as a coach, it's the self-inflicted penalties. You have a great drive going. This offense has moved up and down, down the field with a young quarterback. You saw the play before. The snap over the head was going to be a mistake. Now you get, instead of 3rd and goal at the 1 to 2 yard line, where everything your offense, you're putting your true freshman quarterback into a passing situation, not comfortable, and you can see the look on Coach Poggi's face right there. I don't know, Matt was looking at me. I have the same look in the box right now. When I see those things happen, your blood pressure goes through the roof.
Yeah, Mullen was the guy. His face looked like he went up to the house to the guy that just gave him a bag of candy corn. Like, what the are you doing?
So you're a no on the candy corn.
I'll take a handful and I'm done for the night. All right, so field goal attempt for Steven Rusnak. 5 of 5 on the season, 28-yard attempts. Summerall's going to let him think about it. See, now, I've always said, if I'm the kicker, snap it, get a free kick.
Get a freebie.
And why not? Get a rep.
Is candy corn, I know we'll talk about it at some point, but is candy corn the weirdest deal there is, that it's only available?
Hold your thought. We'll get to our top story in a minute. But first, Sunday NFL Countdown crew has you covered for Week 9 at 10 a.m. Eastern. The morning's late breaking news. Monday Night Countdown gets started. Bucs Chiefs, 2-hour show from Arrowhead Stadium on Monday night. Patrick Mahomes and the undefeated Chiefs. Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers. Coverage starts 6 Eastern, 5 Pacific, ABC, ESPN. ESPN Reports has Peyton and Eli again on ESPN2.
I guess there's the different holidays. I guess there are different candies, but candy corn is pretty.
Look at how good of Mahomes.
Mahomes is here.
I don't know if Brittany's going to like what he's
doing. Not getting ready for the game.
Brittany is so angry right now. Rusnak, 29-yard field goal attempt. Kick up. kick good. So Charlotte at least able to get some points on a drive, but when you look at it big picture, it's a what could have been half for the 49ers.
Absolutely, but that is a big get points at the end of the first half. Build some confidence against one of the top teams in the league in Tulane. You've played well, and a great finish of that half to get the 2-minute drive and points at the end of the half for Charlotte.
So our score at the half, 10-3 Tulane. The halftime report with Zubin, Sam Acho, Trevor Matich. Coming up after these messages. Time presented by Twisted Tea, the great city of Charlotte. You are watching the American Conference on ESPN. Have a good one at the half. 10-3 Tulane on the road, 5-game winning streak coming in. Where's Waldo? He's right there as we take a look at our game flow brought to you by Progressive.
Well, the first half of this game, we expected was going to be a lot of Mekhi Hughes, and it's been a lot of Mekhi Hughes. 19 carries, 79 yards as the game's lone touchdown. 30 carries last week. Tulane wants to run the football. They're going to be a physical outfit, and they talk if they can win the line of scrimmage, they're going to win the game, and they're winning the line of scrimmage and getting the ball to Mekhi Hughes.
Dan Mullen, Matt Berry back with you up here in the booth. And early on, look, both teams have gone about it exactly how we thought. Tulane staying on the ground even with all their weapons. The true freshman quarterback, Deshaun Purdy, and Charlotte, they've had their opportunities, but when they start driving the ball, self-inflicted wounds on the penalty.
Well, and that's what's really hurt them. The defense has stood up. They've been not breaking. They gave up the one touchdown, held Tulane to a field goal. But it is finishing the drives offensively, as you said. The penalties and the mistakes when they've gotten down in the red zone have hurt them, but it's only a 7-point game, and they're right in the middle of this, and that young freshman's going to play with more confidence, I think, in the second half.
Tulane won the first half toss. They deferred their decision to the second half, which means the ball for them as we take a look at the first half stats, brought to you by Chewy. And overall, Coach, balanced attack on the ground. Tulane the advantage in the passing game, but time of possession is the one that stands out.
Well, and we expect that. I think the big one that you see, Matt, is the third downs too. 8 for 11 for Tulane in that first half. The ability to stay on the field and extend drives, which allows them to run the football. 0 for 4, and that's the big deal for Charlotte. And what they're going to have to do with Deshaun Purdy is find a way to convert on some of these third downs when they have the ball.
So 1st and 10 at the 25. Play fake from Mensah to start the second half. Shot to the outside. They're going to call it a catch. That is Dante Fleming. And a good start for a gain of 11 as we check in with Harry Lyles.
Matt, I caught up with Biff Poggi coming out of the locker room, and I asked him, what do you want to see out of your team in this second half? He said, well, defensively, we're doing fine. He's like, you're not going to be able to take everything away from them on the offensive side of the football. He said, but we need more offense. He said, our freshman quarterback is playing like a freshman right now. He said he wants him to understand down and distance situations better. That was one of the things that he was talking about earlier in the game when it came to feel. So we'll see how he does here in the second half.
Harry, thank you. Not much drama there with Mekhi Hughes. And outside of the broadcast, a little scuffle there at the end of the play. A gain of 6. You talked about the true freshman quarterback, Deshaun Purdy. Got to start earlier in the year against Gardner-Webb, but coaches believe he was the guy that gave the best chance to win. There was some up and down, as you would expect from a true freshman, but some of that were, again, self-inflicted penalties, but still, coach gave him credit, just down 10-3.
Absolutely, and they put the drive together, the 2-minute drive that ended in points. But when you do have a young quarterback, you want to avoid those self-inflicted mistakes that put you behind chains and put the pressure on him to have to make all the plays.
So 2nd and 4, play fake Mensah. Again, quick shot outside, Yulkeith Brown. And I've been impressed with this Joe Craddock offense and how they still find ways to utilize the weapons out of the running game in a play fake and a quick shot.
Absolutely, and they get the guys home by establishing the run and being physical. They have some talented wideouts. He's done a good job of designing, whether it's been a quick game, you see it there, some of the bubble screen throws and quick screen throws, and some shots down the field off of play action that he's created to get them the ball.
We'll keep an eye on Yulkeith. He was slow to get up. Here's one of those shots you're talking about. A long throw to Mario Williams, comes up with it. Another play fake. So, Coach, it's as if it's a half. They were talking about how the running game was consistent. They're now using that running game for play action and getting some open shots.
Well, you're going to create one-on-ones. So you're able to match protect for your quarterback. Does a great job anticipating the throw on the comeback. to Mario Williams. Mario did a great job driving the DB off top end of the route. And when if you're going to make those safeties get involved in stopping the run, you're creating one-on-one matchups for your talented receivers outside.
Left side, Hughes. Now the problem is for Charlotte, when you look at this big picture in the 20-play drive and the 16-play drive, what Tulane has done tonight, we showed you the time of possession a moment ago, but these drives are big play, long play drives that eat a ton of clock.
Yeah, and it's the clock and it's the physical wear down on the defense. Now, I know Charlotte, they like to roll deep on the D-line, play a lot of different players on the defensive line, but you're going to have to keep people fresh to be able to stop the physicality of this run game.
First drive, almost 11 minutes off the clock. Mensah, middle of the field. Oh, what a grab. That was Yoel Keith Brown. Was slow to get up a play ago, looks healthy there, gain of 19, and now it's the throw game for the Green Wave that's leading them here in this first possession, third quarter.
Well, and it's great protection by the offensive line to let these deep routes against man-to-man develop down the field. But you get that a lot when you're running the ball that's successful. The offensive line, the D-line's fitting the run, not rushing the passer.
Again, a play fake, again over the middle, and that was incomplete. Intended for Williams. Elijah Pope was there. Second down. I mean, this is a complete flip in terms of what they're doing offensively relative to what we saw in the first half.
Absolutely, yeah, of taking those shots, of establishing the run. They're starting to pull it, take some shots down the field. Let's see if we get the tendency breaker here, Matt. A shot on 1st and 10, 2nd and long. We getting a throw?
No, run, 100%. Stat alive. Arnold Barnes III. It's like that house you go to every year, you know, that always gives out the big candy bars.
You got to get there early.
Which, by the way, we could break down a whole scenario of what that person's insecurities are to hand out big candy bars to make everyone else in the neighborhood look bad. We'll save that for the fourth quarter. Just don't be the full candy guy. 9th play of the drive, big third down.
This is where they've excelled all night long on the conversions, and Menz has done a great job keeping plays alive and moving the chains.
Roll out left. And a good job by Charlotte's defense. Ali. 4th down, and the field goal unit comes out. So a great job by the 49ers. Kind of a bend but don't break drive for them.
Absolutely, and they ran this earlier. You called that little sprint left option, a little quick out by the slot receiver. And Menz does a good job getting it, but the coverage all over him. Ali sees the play, recognizes it, breaks on the ball, tackles him short, and they're gonna hold him to another field goal attempt.
Jacob Barnes already good from 34 yards tonight. Kick on the way. And another 34-yard. Good. Tulane. So that's some good for Tulane. They get the points. That's some good football for Charlotte. They hold them to the 3. Celebrate pumpkins. The Charlie Brown Great Pumpkin Patch. Great movie. Tuesday, we'll have the exclusive reveal of the first college football playoff top 25 rankings of the season. Reese and the guys are going to break them down from top to bottom, coaches' reactions, as well as live interview with committee chairman Ward Manuel, the Michigan athletic director. They'll also project the 12-team field, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, ESPN, and the ESPN app.
Ward Manuel is going to give us the most politically correct answers we've ever heard in an interview after the first ranking.
Politically correct on Tuesday next week, huh? Wonder. So Rutledge is going to return this one at the 1. Rutledge, but he's quick. He's got a burst. He takes it to the 23-yard line as we take a look at this week's college football rankings, brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Oregon, the #1 team in the country, they go at Michigan, which would be another great Rose Bowl game. But
right there, 3 and 4, Matt. 3 and 4.
Ohio State.
Someone's going to be shaken up a little bit out of that. Ohio State.
2 losses in conference. They're out of the Big Ten championship.
And holding on. You've lost your safety net at that point completely.
Exactly right.
To even get in the playoff. Penn State, you know, with the loss, they get the same old, hey, the big game. They can't get it done with James Franklin.
But return, personal foul, illegal blindside block. Receiving team penalized half the distance from the spot of the foul. First down, Charlotte.
And again, the penalties for Charlotte.
Yeah. There'll be scrutiny on that game, but Penn State I still think is in really good position even with a loss in that game.
It'll be interesting. Prabula came in last week for an injured Drew Aller and played really well. Completely gave that offense a completely different look. So it'll be interesting to see if they package him this week against Ohio State and how healthy Drew Aller is. All right, so the penalty knocks Charlotte to the 7-yard line.
Great last drive to finish half. Let's see if they can keep it going with Purdy, the true freshman.
They used Wilson on the ground. Purdy, there it is. Quick, high percentage throw dropped. That's one that Omega Blake's going to need to come up with his young quarterback. Blake, a big play early in the game, then had the personal foul, which brought back the 15 yards. He's a guy they need here in this second half.
Absolutely, and the playmakers, they've done a good job. They're trying to get him to the wide side of the field, create space for these athletes. Just, ball was a little low. He couldn't come up with the catch.
Purdy over the middle. That's a good timing throw, and that's Omega Blake. Dropped the easy one, made the hard catch over the middle with Tyler Grubb, the all-everything for the Green Wave, bearing down on him after 16.
Yeah, and we talked about his arm strength. You see it here, set the feet, but that ball whips out there, and that's coming. That's a fastball coming in a hurry into a tight window. Blake does a great job catching it with his hands and getting down before the contact comes.
Jordan Herman now in at left tackle for the Niners. 1st and 10. Another play fake, another throw, and all kinds of room for Purdy. Heads up, and there's going to be flags down. This will be an interesting one, Coach.
Keeps it, flag on the play. Push out of bounds.
Let's see did he either Purdy got the hands up too high on the face mask, or they kind of rode him too hard out of bounds.
But then it looked like almost the Tulane defender had a hand on Purdy's mask as he left the field of play. Well, listen what they...
Long discussion again.
Let's bring in Matt Austin. Matt, what did you see there?
Well, I didn't notice the defender with the face mask. I definitely saw the quarterback flip the helmet off of the other the defender. So I think that'll definitely get a foul.
Face mask. Offense, number 15.
There it is.
Yep.
Penalized 15 yards from the spot of the foul. First down. Number 5 for Tulane can stay in the game.
Yeah, it's kind of a handful of it right there.
Not a grab as much as a stiff arm up. Now watch towards the end
there when he's kind of grabbing and twisting it a little. You know.
Yeah, there wasn't one on the defender for sure. So that's already 2 penalties on this drive. You had the illegal block on the kick return, and now a big one, 15 yards after Purdy got a big gain with his legs.
They're getting the change reset because it wasn't a first down on the run.
Yeah, it would have been a first. I think he had 10.
The chains were set incorrectly.
There you go.
First down.
All right, here we go.
1st and 15.
Down to Harry.
Yeah, Matt, Sam Howard, linebacker number 15 for Tulane, limped off the field here. He couldn't put any pressure on his right leg. He was helped off with a trainer and a teammate. I will keep you updated with any updates there.
All right, Harry, thank you. 1st and 15 after the penalty. Oh, intercepted. Touchdown. Micah Robinson saw that from a mile away.
And Matt, they've run the hitches out there a bunch. A couple of times they've run the hitches out there and gotten away with it. And Mike Robinson sits on this. He saw that right from the beginning. He saw the hitch coming, jumped all over it. And that's why Tulane leads the nation in pick sixes.
Yeah, it's number 5 now. And number 6 on defensive TDs. That also leads the country, and you see why there. So what a turn here for Tulane.
Something a young quarterback, Matt, here's gonna learn in the future. Went to the well one too many times. RPO on the hitch. He's out there a little bit late going to the field. They've thrown it a bunch, and Mike Robinson jumps all over it, and Tulane jumps up to the lead.
Well, John Summerall's defense has them up 20-3 after the pick 6, Coach.
Yeah, and it's a big play. We've seen them do that all year long, leading the nation in defensive touchdowns, leading the nation in pick sixes. That's 2 special teams touchdowns, non-offensive scores. And it just, you can see the coaching. They've gotten away. They've run the hitch a couple times. I've been waiting to see Charlotte. They talk about Deshaun Purdy's big arm, taking that shot down the field. They've been going short all night long, and Tulane finally said, if you're going to keep throwing short, we're going to squat on that route, and we're going to jump it. And they jumped all over that, and they've jumped out to the 20-3 lead.
Yeah, Tulane's won 25 of the last 29 games when forcing a turnover. We saw the other quarterbacks warming up on the sideline. Trexler, Ivy, and Max Brown. That's not to say one of them's going in, but you still think it's going to be the young guy.
I think, he's the future for them. He's the future of their program. I think this is a really good Tulane defense. I think they're going to stick with, I would stick with Purdy and let him you got to learn and you got to get through these tough situations.
Yeah, so it is still going to be Purdy. For a minute, it looked as if during the commercial break, both quarterbacks were throwing, but probably a good move, though. Purdy is the future of your program. He's a true freshman kid out of Maryland, and it's time to learn, right?
Yeah, and just going through the read, hey, take that now. I mean, also, Tom, you got to shake this off. That's going to happen. You're going to make some decisions in games that are bad, but don't forget about it. What's important is the next play. Worry about the next play and get in there and focus on the next play.
See what they call here for the next play. A run on first down, tries to dance outside. Hassan Wilson's had a big night. That's for 2. Not the most productive offensive night for Purdy. The penalties, though, that they've gotten, and they've had some big runs, but overall the stat line not great for the
Well, I've been waiting for him to take shots down the field. They've talked about his big arm. They got Omega Blake with the speed. I'd love to see him max protect Purdy on a little play action and maybe just let him rip one deep down the field. So let him get that out of his system.
Another run and another good job by the defense. We should tell you on Harry's report a moment ago, Sam Howard, he said he was limping up the field. We saw them put Howard on the cart over there on the sidelines. Usually not a good sign. Is Rayshawn Pleasant there in that tackle, bringing up 3rd and 8.
And Howard, that'd be a big loss. One of the leaders of this defense. 4 fumble recoveries for them on the year already. He's one of their big playmakers on the defense and one of the great leaders on that defense.
Blitz. Purdy. Sacked. Tulane's defense overwhelms the right side of the line. That was Cameron Hamilton. And it'll be another punt for the 49ers.
Yeah, and after throwing the interception, you see the pressure coming on the little twist game with the backer inside. Purdy a little bit more protective with the football, not taking a shot, and there's that twist game coming open. You want to give him, after a young player throws interception, you want to give him something easy. You want to try to, how are you going to rebuild that confidence? It's going to be important to see on the next drive.
So that's Dante Fleming, fair catch 32. After a punt to 47, even the little ones are having fun tonight on Halloween. Another Spidey, another possession for Tulane. take a look at tonight's Player Spotlight, brought to you by Lexus. Same as it ever was for Tulane. Give it to Mekhi Hughes, who went over 1,000 yards tonight for the season. 21 rushes, 1 touchdown.
Second straight year going over 1,000 yards for him. He's the guy on this offense. They want to run the football, and they're going to put the ball in his hands, and they're going to do it a lot.
He might have 20 more carries the rest of the game because they are just going to keep feeding him the ball. Up 20-3 and no gain there. Good job by Charlotte. Cam Burden on the tackle.
And you see that. I'm impressed. The Charlotte defense come to play tonight. Ryan Osborne, the D coordinator, has done a good job knowing that they want to run the football. They not great third down, but they have contained this Charlotte running game in under 100 yards.
Look,
on the night, and they are an explosive running football team.
This is a Tulane offense, averages over 40 points a game, second in the AAC. Right now, offensively, just 13 points. He had the pick 6 to make it look a bit bigger, as Mario Williams has continued to be the guy tonight for the Green Wave. He's been the favorite receiver, brought down by Dre Butler, and a gain of 9.
And we talk about it. This Tulane offense has been very, very efficient. Maybe not explosive that we've seen. You know, we've thought they've rushed for over 200 yards a game average, and they're well below those averages. But Darian Men's a very efficient short passing game, being able to move the chains, creating third and short situations like this.
Just the push up the middle.
Able to move the chains again on a third and short situation.
Again, we've seen drives tonight, 10 minutes, 58 seconds. Another one, 14-play, 76-yard drive, went close to 6 minutes, then a 10-play, 59-yard drive. I mean, these are coaches' dreams to get these double-digit play drives and a chunk of clock that goes with it.
And it's wearing down this defense that's contained them, and home defense only giving up 13 points.
Play fake Mensa, quick shot, right side. And that's Mario Williams. He leads the team in targets tonight with 6. He transferred out of USC. Played some ball with Caleb Williams when he was over there. 5'9", 178 out of Tampa.
Yep.
He's got the speed, good little slot guy. He'll line up outside as well. He was a big get.
He was. He started his career at Oklahoma, went with Caleb Williams out to USC, had a good career there out of Plant City High School in Florida. And he's a weapon here for Tulane.
2nd and 1. Showing the pressure. Mekhi sees it, cuts back smartly. Mordecai McDaniel. The gain of 5. Here goes that first down, here goes that drive, and there goes that third quarter clock. A good job. We talked about those bubble screens as Bryce Bohannon comes up with it. Now there's some late action over there on the sidelines. No flag thrown. Jaquarius Conley.
He's the guy that came on last week, made a bunch of plays. You saw, but he is quick and explosive. He's a guy they're worried about the nickel back in the perimeter. And you saw how fast he got to that bubble screen, defeating the block right there.
Those two towards the end of the play were getting after it, so Bohannon taking off. Settle him down on the sidelines. Arnold Barnes, the third, now in at running back. And that's Barnes. You know, if you're John Sumrall and you look at who you are as a team and you know what your identity is, again, 22-0, Sumrall teams not rushing an opponent. Here you are out rushing your opponent, 107 yards to 83 yards. Your defense is playing well. Coaches are never comfortable, but in terms of where he is right now and the point of this game, you're exactly where you want to be to fit your team.
Absolutely, and this is where they've been special. 9 of 13 on third down in the game, and this has been a lot. When it's short yardage, it's been Hughes, and longer yardage here, it's all been Menza making the plays.
See if he can do it again. Third down, over the middle, it's caught. Mario Williams He's been the star tonight. Dante Balfour there, but after 25, and Williams 6 receptions, 96 yards, and Tulane in business.
And you see, he does a great job. Menza looking the safety off, coming back to this, we call that a skinny on the backside, a little speed post, 7 steps, slams the foot in the ground. The ball should be there right out of the break. It is great timing, great execution. And Menza again comes up with another huge 3rd down conversion for Tulane.
And here comes Ty Thompson in at quarterback. They run off the left side. 10 of 14 on 3rd down is going to win you a lot of football games.
Yeah, and they've put themselves in great situations, avoiding the real 3rd and longs, keeping it 3rd and medium, 3rd and short. Then great play calling and scheme to convert on 3rd down. I like that they have both quarterbacks in on that play there, Matt. That was a fun little, they're setting something up for that later in the season, I think.
The 4th drive of 10 or more plays for Tulane, and now Mensa back in. Would you set it up for this game, or would you show it on tape?
You're showing it on
tape.
Yeah, and we just handed the ball off. Nothing special. Nothing to see here. Then they'll have something good off of it.
Mensa waited patiently. That's Hughes. So the guy can catch, he can run, and he's got him 1st and goal.
The officials timeout. Injury on the defense.
There's Cam Burden down over there. The Tulane sideline.
And Mensa, again, great patience in the pocket. It's him getting off the first read, checking the ball down. Does a nice job. I think he's had a great game. Mensa, we came in and said he's a little bit of both. He's had some big games, but he's come in and a little bit colder games, but he's come in tonight, and I thought they're running as efficiently an offense as you can run here tonight.
20 of 25 for 204 yards. No touchdowns, but no interceptions, but 20 of 25. Again, we were showing those bubble screens. They do a great job using the short throw game as an extension of their running game.
And he hasn't made a bad decision all night long.
1st and goal. Why not? Give it to Hughes. And that, in all likelihood, they don't have to snap it again in the 3rd quarter if they don't want to. An 11-play, 67-yard drive that's now taken up over 6 minutes.
Yeah, and Tulane only 110 yards rushing, but it's the cumulative effect of continually being able to pound the running game and convert 3rd downs that have kept them on the field to control the tempo of the game.
So we head to the 4th quarter in Charlotte. Tulane threatening again, up 20-3.
Coach, what do we need to see from you guys coming here out of the timeout?
Touchdowns.
And in the rest of the 4th quarter, what do you want to see? You've got a 17-point lead here. If you get your touchdown, you'll be up 24. What do you need to see in the 4th quarter?
Defensive stops and control the football. Don't turn it over. Take care of the football.
Thank you, Coach.
Great song right here. Come on.
He was referencing Revival by Zach Bryan to start the 4th quarter. Tulane's won 24 consecutive games when leading after the 3rd quarter. Ty Thompson in at quarterback. Ty Thompson trying to get in the end zone. He got a 2nd effort there. They'll spot him short. That was Aiden Kaler.
And he's taken this program. It hasn't been a revival. It's been a continuation of what we've seen over the last couple of years of them putting themselves in position to go compete for the American Championship.
The ruling on the field is the runner is short of the goal line. Previous play is under further review.
We're going to go to a review.
Coach, as we know, the house will always win. You can be ahead on game time and cruising.
It's going to come back.
House always gets the money and the time back. Let's have a look. That's not. No, that's
Well,
second effort.
Guess. I don't see the ball on the second
Thompson's
effort. Let's
still
see.
back.
First effort. No, he's not in there. Not in there.
Oh, he's close. Matt Austin, rules analyst, hangs out with us every Thursday night. Matt, I don't particularly think that one's close. To you?
No, I agree. I see nothing that is clear and obvious that you could overturn to a touchdown. So I think the spot they got in the field is pretty good.
I'm going to go with stands.
That's not.
Instead of confirmed.
That's not impressive.
My stands?
Yes. That's not an impressive guess. It's obvious. But they are taking.
Yeah, see?
They're going to give it a look.
You're going with confirmed.
Stands, yeah.
Well, stands means they don't have a view. Confirmed means
Having further review, the ruling on the field stands.
Hey!
You were questioning my stands.
No, you said confirmed.
No, I said stands.
That was more impressive than your guess. Giant Biff.
You know, Biff, this is something you're constantly building off of in a program. The opportunity right here. Show the toughness. I mean, give me an inch to defend. They have an inch to defend here. Let's see if they can do it.
Makai Hughes back in the backfield. I can't do the math, but he's at 95 yards, so however many inches that is. Can he get the one more? And running in to see where the ball's spotted. Touchdown.
I think he tried to trick us with that signal right there that he was going to spot it and then threw up the touchdown call.
So that drive, a continuation from the third quarter, 13 plays, 68 yards, 7 minutes and 18 seconds off the clock.
Well, off tackle power, pulling the backside guard with the fullback lead. Didn't get in by much.
Say nothing.
Got in.
There you go. By the way, statistician of the Stars, Eric Merlis, he gave me the amount of inches that Makai Hughes has run for tonight, 96 yards. Would you like to take a guess? Flag on the play. Hold. Coach, the house always gets it back.
Well, there's, 36 inches in a yard.
Offside. Defense, number 88 with contact. Half the distance to the goal, retry.
So 3,600 would be 100 yards, so a little bit under that. So we're going 3,500 and, is it 12?
Wow.
In my head, no calculator. Was I close?
Like if you were on Price is Right, you probably would have won. 3,456 inches tonight.
I'm disappointed. Poor calculator. My kids are be all over me about my math.
Thank God they don't do football stats in inches. Extra point attempt, good. 27-3, Tulane marching towards their 6th consecutive win. Our camera guy, Tone, would kick your camera guys, you know what. Jen, our high end zone, dressed as Raygun from the Olympics. Break dancing celebrity of her own. There we go. Love it. Harry Lyles. You know, remarkably enough, the Pumpkins got the same haircut as Lahari. Can we fix what?
It's Bob the Builder, right?
Oh, is it? Bob the Builder.
I think that was Bob the Builder.
Good. Good for Bob the Builder. How do we know?
Let's see. Oh!
Hey! Jason Greenberg. You know, ironically enough, people are like, hey, that's his Halloween cut. Those are just his Care Bear pajamas.
Yeah.
And he can't leave home without them.
Got ready for bed a little early tonight.
He was like, Care Bear pajamas? Yeah. Pink Panther, unhappy.
We'll switch a quarterback here now.
The Max Brown, who started last week's game against Memphis, transfer from Florida. See if he can give them some late game juice. That's pressure and rolls out. They've started 3 different quarterbacks this season. Has Charlotte, Trexler Ivy's gotten to start. Max Brown, he broke a bone in his hand early in the season. That's when we saw Ivy and Purdy transfer in from Florida. Played baseball in Florida when he was there. Started against JMU this year. Now he's the guy.
Yeah, some of the injuries, you know, have really hurt them at the quarterback position, but gotten a lot of guys to play, and I think that's what led to Deshaun Purdy getting the start of getting experience as a freshman.
High throw incomplete. Intended for Omega Blake. Max has played a little bit more football.
Yeah, and he had Jared Henderson with the up and under move right in his face there from Tulane, forcing him to get rid of that ball way before he wanted to.
Tell you what, they punt this away, they may not get it back. You know, Tulane's only had 5 possessions all game.
It's
5.
They got a game coming up with Navy. Could be interesting. That could be over in an hour and 15 minutes.
Is that on ESPN? Are we going to be? We're going to be on the hook for that, Phil. Penalty pre-snap. Max Brown going to keep it in a first down. We'll see what the penalty is.
I think you saw the athleticism. That's why I think he was the starter early. You saw that when he was at Florida. The athleticism he brings to the table from the quarterback position.
Offside. Defense number 35. Penalties declined. Result of the play is a first down.
So gain of 18 holds for Brown and a good play using his feet. You mentioned Tulane's game coming up in a couple of weeks against Navy. They have Temple next.
It looks like this score will hold, and you know, Navy's undefeated in the American, Army's undefeated in the American. Tulane closes with Memphis on Thanksgiving night.
By the way, something I found interesting, we're talking and breaking down Tulane, is they are very much in the picture in the American. Brown gonna run it again. You know, Army sits at 6-0, Navy 4-0, Tulane there at 4-0, they'll move to 5-0, Memphis right there at 3-1. Their offensive coordinator told us tonight before the game, Joe Craddock, he said this is the first night game Tulane has played since week 1.
It's amazing.
He said they were bored to tears today because they're used to playing at day. There's no other games to watch. Maybe they're watching Sports Center with us, but you look at the American, and this thing's going to be fascinating.
It's wide open. There's going to be, everybody remembers November, and I think there's going to be a lot of remembering about this November and all these close conference races.
Max Brown to his left, turns back around. Someone on the sideline caught it, whichever. Oh, that was Sumrall. I got John Sumrall for a helmet sticker. He's not playing
They're
along.
all juicy.
Let me just tell you, hey,
there's a lot of time left. He's got to coach up that defense.
Give me
He's
a smile.
not cracking
Give me something. No, he won't do it.
He's trying not to. He wants to.
Here we go.
You know us coaches, man. We're never allowed to have fun while there's time on the clock.
Come on, smile. I'm going to get on him for that one. Third down for Brown, and that's nowhere near. It was intended for Hassan Wilson. So 4th and 6. At this point,
they're going to go for it.
Yeah. They're going to call it Big Bird.
They got Big Bird
defensively.
Yep.
No, I'm surprised we don't see more Big Birds on Halloween.
This would be a quality costume.
That's a family favorite. Showing pressure here, 4th and 6. Back off the blitz. Brown downfield. That was center field interception waiting to happen for Bailey Despain. And the flag on the play.
Came in really late.
Despain had the interception.
Offense is staying out there.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Offense number 66. Penalties declined. Result of the play is a turnover on downs. First down.
Okay, that was Jordan Moko, the left guard. And the penalty obviously declining because it was incomplete. So Tulane gets the ball back. You see the play there. Cruise control for that green wave. They've reached high tide.
ESPN Thursday Night College Football is presented by the refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Please drink responsibly.
I love it. More family photos from our Thursday night football crew who's out on the road here for Halloween. Show some of the great pictures of their family in the past Halloweens. It's getting biblical out here. That was a Moses joke, Mullen.
I got you.
Thank you.
This wasn't a great one.
Nah, it really wasn't. I admire, like, there it is.
That's better.
That'll give you a night.
It's scary.
You imagine that thing standing over you in the middle of the night, waking up? Betts is going to take a shot.
There it is.
Had Mario Williams wide open, he beat Culp.
I think that's his first bad throw of the night.
Yeah,
I mean, he's had such a great night.
Look at these drive charts for Tulane, by the way, and what they've been able to do with the ball. This is just their 6th possession of the night.
I mean, 20, 14, 10, 3. And you give some credit that the Charlotte defense held up, holding them to 2 field goals on that, but just completely controlling the tempo of the game, how John Summerall wants to run this game and play this game.
The pick 6 is Arnold Barnes, the third, gets the first down. The pick 6 really is what started the momentum again, because at the half, it was 10-3 at the half. Pick 6, they had a field goal coming out to make it 13-3, and then the pick 6 made it 20-3, and then a long drive out of Charlotte, or rather Tulane, made it 27-3. It's really been, since the third quarter started, just complete control. For the Green Wave, we talk about them now going forward. Charlotte tonight, that'll be a win. Temple, the big one, November 16th at Navy, and then they end Thanksgiving night. We'll be there for their game against Memphis.
Yeah, and a couple of those games now are going to determine who's playing in that title game.
Quick shot over the middle. They've been trying to get their tight end involved, but Reed Williford.
It's looking that both. It looked like Tulane and Navy will both be undefeated going into that game. Yeah. Then they're at both Memphis and Tulane are a bye. Thanksgiving night, we'll have that call.
Yeah.
If they get a win there, then it's that Memphis with the one loss in conference.
Yeah, they avoid Army.
You think Army's. We've seen Army. I'd be shocked if Army drops a conference again. I can see Army being undefeated getting into that conference title game.
And obviously Army still has Notre Dame, which is a non-league game, as Makai Hughes just continues to get his yards. That's a gain of 17. McDaniel and Ali down, bring him down. Yeah, look, this American, right now it's Ashton Genty and Boise State. They appear to be, at the moment, the team out of the group of 5 that looks best positioned for a playoff. But again, we saw it at the beginning of October 6th, 4 of the top 11 teams went down. Upsets will happen.
There's a lot of football still to be played. And as we shown earlier, the top team has been out of the American for, I think it's 5 out of the last 6 years now, Matt?
Yeah, that would have been in the college football playoff. And one time they got one in Cincinnati before they bailed to the Big 12.
And this team has a recipe that, you know, they have some playmakers on the outside. They have a quarterback that's very efficient in managing the game, getting the ball to those playmakers, making great decisions. Obviously, they have a dominant running game led by Makai Hughes, over 1,000 yards for the 2nd straight year. And John Summerall and his staff, they play defense. And those are recipes for championship success, and even a tough out if they do make it to the playoffs.
That's Ty Thompson at quarterback. He just hands the ball off. And when you look at Tulane big picture, it's like, yeah, well, they're 6-2. Well, one of the losses is to one of the teams in first place in the Big 12 in Kansas State. And that was a game they had it late.
Up big in Kansas State with a great comeback. The other one at Oklahoma.
That's right. And so this is a good football team. And they're going to be fun to watch down the stretch. I think this November big picture college football is going to be the most entertaining we've had, maybe in history, because everything that's at stake. 3rd and 5, Mensa back in. He'll throw until he's chased out of the pocket. The defense finally gets to him, and credit Charlotte, no quitting them. That's Chance Williams.
And Chance had as a guy they love, has come on and transfer from Miami. Yeah, he's a guy that said it really has picked up his level, his game as an edge player. And you watch the effort he gives right here. That's, you know, it's Biff Poggi, and he talks about wanting to develop kids beyond just football. There's a lot to be said by watching, even the games later in the fourth quarter, pretty much in hand. The effort you play with out there on the field says a lot about your character.
Jacob Barnes' third 34-yard attempt. It's no good. So he made the first two 34-yard attempts. Can't get that one. And it remains 27-3. Halloween night here in Charlotte. With the exciting fall season rolling along, AAC on ESPN Plus, your exclusive home for more than 1,000 games and events. It's all the destination for all the American Championships, as well as all access series. If you're an AAC fan, you gotta have it. For a limited time, new and returning ESPN Plus subscribers can get 12 months for the price of 9 months. Visit ESPNplus.com for more info. It's just been a scary night for the home team. Max Brown still at quarterback. That's Teron Kilman.
Tyler Grubb's still playing hard, the leader of that Tulane defense, right in the middle.
He's going to go at it. They're going to go at it after the game. Like, is there anything better than being a college kid in Halloween? Like, really break that down for me. just really get after it. Brown, the one-on-one 50-50 back shoulder route. Brown, intended receiver. Edwards, the coverage. Let's see what the flag is.
Prior to the pass, holding, defense number 8. 10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
All right, holding defense.
I think one of the things that's underrated in football that you don't talk about, just the drives that Tulane has put together, what it does to the opposing offense. Right. You don't get in a rhythm. Yeah. You start pressing, and you've seen that happen at times. There's not great rhythm in the Charlotte offense tonight, and you feel you have to press because you just haven't been on the field. I haven't played a whole lot. I need to do something, and you make those. You know, they just have been out of rhythm all night long.
So they spotted the ball wrong after the penalty. All right,
there we go.
Yep.
There we go. Oh, that's good.
Handoff there on first down. That's Norton. That's Kelman, rather. Jack Chenshu after 4 yards. All right, so I'd like to get into this with you real quick.
All right.
I maintain that any candy given out on Halloween that's got peanut butter in it is the best candy there is.
So you're a Reese's.
I'm an all peanut butter, all of it. Reese's Pieces, Reese's peanut butter cups. You know what, though? But I'm a chocolate guy, though.
I'm a chocolate guy. I'm all chocolate.
Twix, Kit Kat.
You know, so I'll throw. Get it out quick. Still getting pressure on Max Brown. I'm Nestle Crunch, Kit Kat. I'm big into that. Candy corn, like as a kid, I thought it was okay. I'm over it now. But I'm not the peanut butter. I'm not a peanut butter guy with my chocolate.
Anybody that hands out sweet tarts or Smarties.
I wish they gave I'm a Toblerone. That is my go-to chocolate.
What a snob. Harry.
Yeah, look, so I took a lot of inventory this week, you know, when we were interviewing players, coaches about candy corn. The majority were emphatic no's, honestly. The only person that said yes was actually John Summerall. And you guys will recall Biff Poggi actually showed us his bag of Reese's, which was impressive. He knows ball.
So here's the thing about incomplete. Here's the thing.
Another nice grab on the sidelines.
Candy corn is to Halloween what Peeps are to Easter. Oh, a Heisman pose out of the big fella.
Very nice.
That was Josh Remitich.
Well, what is to Easter?
That is, I don't even get out of that shot.
Yeah,
It's actually freaking me out.
He seems like a good guy.
Put an extra lock on the hotel room door tonight.
Yeah, or two.
I don't like it.
Maybe you make it to the van after the game.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I'm sending
Maybe
them
not.
up there for you, Coach.
Yeah.
He'll be there.
I do think Easter has one of the great candies of all times, Matt.
Wait, what I'm saying.
Cadbury's mini eggs, those little mini eggs. Oh, not the big creamy ones, the mini eggs. They're unreal. But all chocolate and sugar.
Yeah, but like
Candy corn, no.
That's what I'm saying. Candy corn is to Halloween what peeps are to Easter. You don't know what a peep is?
No.
So I get knocked week 2 for that damn marshmallow stuff you're talking about, and you don't know.
Everybody knows what peanut butter and fluff is. You love peanut butter.
You don't know what a peep is.
No, what's a peep?
It's that sugary, marshmallowy texture colored bird. A peep.
Oh, yeah, I've seen those.
$1.
Yeah, they're awful.
3rd down. They're just going to run it with Kelman. That was Terrell Allen. I also do want to discuss one more thing, Halloween related. The family that gives out the full-size candy should be thrown out of the neighborhood.
It does put a lot of pressure on. All right, let me ask you this.
Okay.
Basket in front of the house or hand put it into bags?
Oh, okay, so that's a bad posing costume. That's a pillow. All right, so you're saying, like, no one comes to the door to
You
hand
just have the basket and you take your own candy from the front.
No, you hand it.
Yeah.
You want to know why you hand it? Because kids nowadays are selfish. And they're going to grab however much they want.
Charlotte.
See, I think that's a wrong thing too. Like, I mean, your kids should go up. You take one, or if you take 2 little minis, that's okay. If they are big, you definitely only get one.
By the way, she's the best. She does everything for us. But no, like, so you're saying that do you give the kids the game plan with the whoopee cushion? Do you give the kids the game plan going in and say, hey, trick or treat, what are you? Oh, I'm a whoopee cushion. Okay, take 2.
Yeah, or you give 2, depending on how the night's going. Early, you give 1. As the night goes on, you can give 2. But you know, if you go big candy, you can only you give the 1. But I'm with you.
Like this kid, that kid's for sure taking all the candy out of the bowl. No discipline.
Stop it. Kids should have some respect and do, if they leave it there, because maybe they're left the bowl in front of their house because they're taking their family out trick-or-treating.
You're so, okay.
But I'm with you. Like, someone has to stay at home.
Down, because I gotta get into this. I gotta make sure I know what you're talking about here. 4th and 6. Max Brown. Oh, short of the first down. Okay, so to be clear, you're saying leave the ball
in front of your house,
unrestricted.
Yes. And you think kids are going to have no discipline and just take it off.
Statistician of the Stars, Eric Morales, did that. And he's making me read it on his Facebook page while I'm trying to call a game. He's like, read this, read this, read this.
They took the ball?
Took the ball.
Where do you live? That's what
I'm saying. There's heathens everywhere. We got to get Halloween back.
We really do. I will say this as a coach, that was one holiday. We would not work Halloween night. I would try to make sure the staff could go if they had kids.
Step brothers are pretty good, by the way.
To go take your kids out trick-or-treating, because I think as a parent, that's always something fun to do, to take your kids out and go around the neighborhood, walk them around and have a good time.
Yeah, if there's rules. Kids take 2. Flag on the play.
Okay, so you go buy at your house, at the Berry household, you're going to buy candy. Are you buying the candy you like so that you take the leftovers?
I buy the candy that we're going to eat, my wife and Ashley, and then we turn the front porch light off for Halloween and no one's allowed at the door.
More than 4 in the backfield. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Light off.
You don't have your light off.
Lights off.
You don't, what do you?
Lights
and you're
off.
bashing people with the candy.
Hey.
Leave a bowl out front at least. So you're light off hiding in your, you and Ashley light off hiding in your house.
You're damn right.
With kids, ruining kids' dreams. I'm walking down the street.
Their dreams.
I have to skip your house.
Yeah, how hard is that?
I'm trying to hit every house in the neighborhood in a short window period of time, and I got to skip your house?
Guess what, Little John? One less piece of candy for you. I mean, like, it's not hard. Lights off, don't come up. Because you know what it is with the whole situation? doorbell ring. Like, that's a good bowl of candy.
Like, so you come in and you grab 1 to 2 pieces and you move on, go to the next house.
No one's doing that. And my dog
We need
barks.
some more discipline in there. But your dog, you're.
I'm getting this holiday back.
Obviously not. You got your light off.
Well, once I get it back, I'll participate. Mensah's still going to take a shot. He's got the wheel route. That's shoddy Clayton Johnson. Here's the other thing. Kids now, I'm going to tell you what's going on out there. It's pretty scary. They don't even say trick or treat anymore. They just hold out their bags.
Yeah, I do think you should get no candy if you don't say trick or treat.
Like, again, we're getting the holiday back.
Yep.
I know it's too late for me to get on the ballot for next Tuesday, but if I was on the ballot, first thing, my
bring Halloween back.
Make Halloween great again.
Mm-hmm. I will say this Tulane running game's been great tonight.
Look,
Matt.
this shoddy Clayton Johnson kid, he's been around for a few years. Transferred in from Colorado. I think
they're true to themselves. They're going to keep running
till the end.
I'm shocked we haven't seen Ty Thompson come in and run some of that little zone read, let him run the ball a little bit in this situation.
Trey Cornish, first appearance for him. He's going to try to continue the success on the ground. Now, were you one of those parents when your kids were young with the, like, oh, I got to test your candy to make sure there's not... Was that ever really a thing, or was that just one of those parent lies they tell you, like we took your dog to a big farm?
That's one of those as a parent you do. That's one of those things you say, we're going to test this candy, make sure it's all safe. You open the bag, and I pull out all the good ones and kind of hide them somewhere in the house. Be like, oh, well, look, we found these. We must have lost them on Halloween night.
Yeah, there's a house in the neighborhood growing up that would hand out prayer cards.
That or they're like the healthy snack.
Yeah.
Right, like those.
Like here, take a tangerine. Just throw the tangerine right back at him.
Oh my goodness.
Look at this guy.
There's Ditka.
The
Bears.
That guy's making a bet on his phone.
The Bears.
There's no foul for intentional grounding.
He's watching the replay of the Hail Mary last week and wondering what the heck happened.
He is on ESPN Bet right now.
Look at him. He just watched the replay. Look at him shaking his head. Why could we not? Why were we not boxing the receiver out? Look at him.
He's
hoping for a different ending.
They ain't gonna get it.
This is where Mensah shined all night, third down. We're gonna be a little more conservative on this one.
Big hit up there too. You can hear it from up here. Flag down. And the injured player as well.
So everybody popped up there, which is good. I mean, these guys have been physical.
Yeah,
both this battle between this Charlotte defense and the physical Tulane offense, this has been a physical battle all night long at the line of scrimmage.
Personal foul. Illegal block below the waist. Defense number 40.
Oh.
Penalized half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
That's a unique call.
Yeah.
Poggi, I think he
It's
lost.
a safety coming in, filling. I didn't see it, but it looked probably a safety coming in, filling, pulling guard or a lead block. Let's see if we can see it.
He kind of got thrown
into it a little bit.
Yeah. That's a tough one.
I don't know. He was taking it on, kind of like friendly fire off to the side right there.
So clock will start now. We approach the 2-minute timeout here in the fourth quarter. So first and goal. And Shoddy Clayton, he's going to step right in. So 33-3. And it is all green wave now. They'll move to 7-2 on the year. Well, you look
but more importantly, 5-0 in the American.
Yeah.
And you see that, I mean, just running the outside zone, get a little cutback. And you got to give some credit right there. The Charlotte defense has been physical, held them at different times. They've just gotten worn down on the night from this barrage of running games. And it's really been the third downs. I think this big story in this game has been the third down conversions.
11 of 17.
Of Tulane. Allowed you to keep the drives going, allow you to keep running the football, be physical, control the clock, control the tempo, and limit possessions in the game.
You look at the American now with what Tulane's doing. If we're looking big picture, I think the ACC is set up for a fantastic finish.
Big one this week in the ACC with that hit SMU game.
The Americans set up for a great finish. Some of those other ones are starting to crystallize a little bit. The Big Ten's not. I mean, Indiana's in the conversation.
The Big Ten could get interesting with a Penn State win this weekend. It's a kind of it goes to a three-team race almost. The SEC feels wide open, right? It's just wide open.
It does, because I'm not to take anything away from Texas A&M, but
you're still not feeling they're like the clear front runner of that whole deal.
Exactly right.
Texas out there, Georgia's out there, Tennessee's out there. LSU's still alive.
One conference loss. One of their two losses to USC. A return for Henry Rutledge. He's been aggressive with the kick returns tonight. There's our ABC College Football Sunday triple header. 5th-ranked Miami, 8-0. Hosting 6-2 Duke. That's the Manny Diaz revenge game. You remember the courtship of Cristobal started while Diaz was still the head coach.
Yep.
You know this game well, Florida, Georgia.
That's always a fun one. Everybody be having, you know, the world's largest outdoor gathering to watch a football game.
That's right. They hang out
in Jacksonville, Florida.
They hang out. And then the night.
And then we'll get a little Darude going at night.
I cannot believe we are sitting here and staring at November in week 10. Seems like we were just in week 0. The season just keeps moving along. Max Brown keeps throwing it out of bounds.
Well, it's been Poggi's going to try to build this program. They're going to look. You know, it's still early in his building of this program. Look and try to find things to say, hey, here's some things we did well, different things we got to improve. He's a guy that it's not always going to be X's and O's. It's going to be about the development of men, and they'll go back, do that. They get a little bit of time to get ready for the next game. John Summerall is the same thing. They have some big games coming up, and they have a lot to play for.
Charlotte has South Florida next. Oh, what a hit. And that'll ignite your sidelines going into the 2-minute timeout. That's Mekhi Williams. I mean, that was smacked.
This is the 2-minute
You get a
timeout.
player that maybe doesn't get much time, and he's got something on tape now, Coach.
Give me a chance. I'm out there on the field. I'll show you I can go make something happen while I'm on the field.
We are in North Carolina, Scotty. Thank you. Might cut off at the end. I think he delivered us one.
Yeah.
So Scott, our apologies. We didn't reciprocate. By the way, you'll be on SVP coming up tonight.
I'm going to go join him. We got some. It's getting down to that crunch time in college football. We got to really look at who's in a position to do what. And this year, you know what? It's making November exciting. It's not just all these exciting conference races, the 12-team playoff. There are so many teams alive for conference titles, so many teams alive for those at-large playoff bids. It's going to be a wild November.
You know, it was always the mindset that that's going to be a good little roll. There was always that mindset that a playoff and a big playoff would lessen the importance of the regular season. I think it's the exact opposite. Every game, it's the exact opposite. There are teams that normally would have been out of the playoff picture that are very much in contention. They've got games coming up that matter. I mean, especially for Group of 5. And this would be based on the current Associated Press poll. You see people would yell and scream that a 9th-ranked team got a top 4 seed. It's the highest 4-ranked Power 4 conference champion. So you're going to have teams that aren't ranked where you want them to be to get a top 4 seed. And right now, Boise State, as we said, the representative from the G5.
Yeah, and I mean, it's really interesting. That Clemson, Iowa State
what are they
tied
going to
at
do?
11.
They're going to do a play-in game like the. I assure you, there won't be ties in the playoff rankings. I'll tell you what. Oh, Shoddy Clayton Johnson running hard with his opportunity. Another flag down.
Well, you talk about guys having that opportunity to get on the field. They want to show what they can do. They work hard. They practiced hard. Get that opportunity. Want to show, hey, when the time's right, I'm ready to play, coach.
There's a relatively.
What does it put me in, coach? I'm ready to play today. Look at me.
Relatively clean first half
in center field.
Now we're just giving out flags like candy. I know where you were going with that.
Yeah. I was waiting for your finish. I didn't know if you could.
If you got the giveaways of flags right now.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense number 11. 15 yards added to the end of the play, automatic first down.
Yeah,
it's a little bit chippy all night.
Wrap it up. Guys are on there getting a chance. They want to just finish the game up. A little pushing and shoving.
Surprise.
The baseball season's over, though, by the way, Matt. If you didn't notice.
Well, that was out of left field. Cheerleaders like, you know, we won. Or we lost. We're leaving. We know who won. That's Ty Thompson. Candidly, I wonder if this will put Tulane in the victory formation.
You know, and part of it, Matt, it's not a close game. They're up big. These guys, you know, they have backups in. These guys have practiced, gotten reps, and say, hey, give me a shot. I want a game rep. They're certainly not going to be in a hurry. They're not looking to try to race down the field and score. They'll take their time off the play clock, but hey, execute, run a play, show what you can do.
Next week, we'll take the Thursday night college football party to Coastal Carolina. They're hosting App State. Coastal, it's your turn for some Sports Center fun, which has been remarkable. Every one of these schools has showed out for us. We look forward to being there again. Shoddy, 16 yards. He's come in and got some decent chunks here. 6 carries, 60 yards for Shoddy Clayton Johnson. So this is not the last we'll see of Tulane. We'll see him Thanksgiving night, but in terms of big picture American Conference, this could be a fun finish down to the final month of the regular season.
Absolutely, and this team is right in the middle of it. Undefeated in conference, Army's undefeated in conference. Navy's undefeated in conference. Memphis 1 loss with a lot of football still to be played and some big games in the American coming up. That obviously Memphis, Tulane, the Memphis Navy game's a big one coming up. Army Navy not being a conference game, and they could play in the conference championship game the week before the Army Navy game.
We got to sort out this penalty here with 8 seconds left.
Illegal substitution.
12 in the huddle. Offense. A 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
All right.
This requires a 10-second runoff. The game is over.
Hey,
there you go.
There it was. John Sumrall and Tulane, short work week, emphatic in their dominance tonight. They get the win 34-3. Mike Griffin directed it. Joe Taylor produced it for Harry Lyles down to the sidelines. Dan Mullen and Matt Berry up here in the booth. 15th straight conference win for the Green Wave. Enjoy the football weekend. Now Scott Van Pelt in Sports Center starts now.